How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Thursday, July the 10th, 2025. Is your man Big D, and I'm back with another one. Want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to show support to my son and I. He and I, we greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Well, family, I'm back with another video. And in this video, a buddy of mine sent me a clip of a news article where, according to reports, Dwight Howard's wife, Amber Rose Howard, has filed for divorce 6 months into their marriage. She's reportedly seeking alimony and a split of his assets. Dwight Howard's wife reportedly files for divorce 6 months into marriage, seeks alimony and half his assets. So, family, we got to talk about this one, right? We have got to talk about this one. And from what I understand, there is an issue that, his wife, soon to be ex-wife, used as a reason for getting a divorce. And it's called irreconcilable differences. So one might ask themselves, what the hell is irreconcilable differences? Okay, well, I'll tell you what, family, let's go ahead and take a deep dive. And I'm going to read you just a few examples of what that means. And this is a list of reasons, not all, but just a few. And the first one is communication, personality conflicts, political views, parenting conflicts, lack of emotional connection, in-laws interference, sexual intimacy, lack of trust, financial problems, unbalanced work and home life, emotional damage, sharing household responsibilities, financial disagreements, religion, long distance separation, different life goals, and last but definitely not least, excessive discord or conflict. So, family, now that we know what that term means, we have an example of what could potentially lead to irreconcilable differences. But in my opinion, irreconcilable differences is just a way of saying, I don't want to do this shit no more. And I don't really have a reason. I don't really have a good reason for not wanting to be here no more. I'm just done. Maybe I'm tired of being a wife. Maybe I want to get back to that street life. Maybe I want to get back to my hot girl summer. Now, his wife, let's see, family. So let's go ahead and let's just take a look here. How old is Amber Rose Howard? So let's see. Well, family, I'm not gonna hold y'all up as far as how old she is. I mean, it really don't. Okay, here we go. So he is 39. Dwight Howard is. He is 39, and she is 35. And let me tell you now, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. She got a little body on her. She a little baddie. But here's the thing, right? When I look at the reason that she used for getting a divorce and looking at the definitions and what exactly could lead to irreconcilable differences, I just have a couple of questions, as I always do. Y'all know, what I'm saying, I'm I'm a C student, man. Hey, listen, I need a little extra input to figure some things out. And I have questions that I have to answer, that I need answered, so I can arrive at a sensible conclusion. So now, out of all those things that we heard or I read to you as far as what could lead to irreconcilable differences, my question of it is this. You and this man been dating for 6 months. How long? I don't know how long y'all been dating, but I am sure that y'all dated a significant amount of time before y'all decided to tie the knot, before he decided to make you his wife. But I'm also positive that along the way, you were profiting from this brother's resources. Because I know if this brother would have not done anything for you, or pretty much like the black chick that was dating the tight end that played for the Chiefs, and now he with the singer girl. Y'all know who it is. What is it, Kelsey, right? That Travis Kelsey guy, him. So his ex-girlfriend, who was a sister, said that that basically he didn't do nothing for her. He ain't buy her no extravagant cars. He ain't give her no extravagant jewelry. Pretty much, he ain't do nothing for her. And she had no problem with coming on these streets and saying that. So I am sure that this is not the case with Mrs. Amber Rose Howard. I'm sure that can't be the case. So here this man is sharing his resources with you, looking out for you. That's what led you to feel secure to marrying him. But here's the thing. You say irreconcilable differences, but my good lady, you trying to tell me the whole time that you dating this man and you benefit from his resources that you didn't know that potentially one of those things that I read from that that lengthy list of what irreconcilable differences could mean and how it could apply to people and what have you. You trying to tell me that you didn't know any of this stuff? You didn't know that there was a lack of communication. You didn't know that there was a lack of emotional disconnection, or perhaps here we go, lifestyle differences. So you didn't know any of these things prior to marrying him. So my good lady, my first question is this. You knew all these things, but yet you still married him. And to the average person that's on the outside looking in, we're going to say, well, man, if this man got all these many problems, why marry him? Why marry him if he got all these many problems? Yeah, he caking it out for you. He looking out for you. He's sharing his resources with you and what have you. But this is what I think. I think that you wanted this man to be your retirement package, your retirement plan. That's right, I said it. Because most men of value are just a man, period. If he's dating a girl and he's a decent dude, he don't mind doing things for her. And depending on what his level of wealth is, will dictate how much he'll do for her. Now, a guy making, 60, 70,000 a year, well, you know what? He might can only do, I don't know, this much of money, right? You get a guy like Dwight Howard who making millions or made millions or what have you. This man, he can afford to make it rain. He can make it rain nice cars. He can make it rain nice jewelry, fur coats, purses, extravagant vacations. So my thing is you already benefit from this man's resources. But if you want to secure a retirement plan, if you want to secure something for your future, you got to take it a step further. That's right. Being a girlfriend won't get you across the finish line. Yeah, you got to be his wife. You got to be toting his last name. That's the only way that now you will have access to his resources, so much to the point that it's going to carry you into the next realm, because we all know that nobody lives forever. So that means that this woman is going to be able to create generational wealth off of this divorce. If it goes her way, and I'm pretty sure it will, because we know how family court is nowadays. If it goes her way, this woman gonna have created generational wealth just like that. And when her and him are done, her people gonna still be able to eat. Her mama, her daddy, or whoever, they gonna still be able to eat off his resources. Now, it brings me to this. Why in the world do you think it's okay to marry this man knowing that you are premeditating a plan in the future after so many months have passed? Oh, well, you know what? Irreconcilable differences. So you mean to tell me that all this time you've been dating this dude, you had no idea that he had some of the issues that could lead up to irreconcilable differences? You trying to tell me you had no idea? So let's see this. So let's see. So basically it says that they publicly announced their relationship in December 2024, got engaged and were married in January 2025, and divorced, and she filed for divorce in July of 2025. So as I said, you've been engaged to this man all this time, and I know you was benefiting from his resources and his accomplishments and all of his accolades. You benefit from that the whole time you engaged to this man. But you mean to tell me that you had no idea that this man, you and this man, could potentially have irreconcilable differences? That somewhere down the line, there's some character flaw, something about this man that you don't like, to the point that it may potentially call for you to want to get a divorce. Man, then why did you marry him? Why did you marry him? Why you just didn't stay a girlfriend? Why you just didn't do that? Why didn't you just do that? And let me tell you now, and it says that she requests alimony, and that's that all marital assets and property be equally divided by the courts. And here's the thing, saying irretrievably broken, and there's no prospects for reconciliation. So there you go. So everything that they garnered while they were married, she won't have of it. Listen, family, you can't sit up and tell me that wasn't no damn listen, that was a 401k plan on steroids that she concocted. And it looks to me that she gonna come out on top. So now, in conclusion, what does that say to men? The average man who is not Dwight Howard, who don't have the money like him, little buddy who working at the warehouse, or my man who working at the fire department, or old buddy that's in the military, don't matter what type of man we talking about. Let's say a man of character and decency. Men are gonna look at this and they're gonna say, man, I don't know. Marriage seems like it could be tricky. Getting married seems like out of nowhere, she want a divorce. based on irreconcilable differences? Is it more of a risk versus a reward? This is what men are going to be asking themselves as we start seeing more and more of this going on. See, we already know that the economy is shitty. We already know that people are struggling. And I always said that it's going to get to a point where women either going to have to settle for that 50-50, 80-20, 70-30, 60-40. They're going to have to settle for something. Otherwise, they may be starving. But now there are those women who have concocted a plan and have taken it to the next level, becoming forever, ever taken care of from a man's resources by way of getting married and then getting a divorce, citing irreconcilable differences and asking for alimony, asking for half of the marital assets. Listen, a lot of men gonna be saying, man, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it is worth it. But what say you, family? What you think? What you think? You think that really and truly her and this man dated all this time, and out of nowhere, as soon as they get married, all these problems become afoot? Nah, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.